U.S. Defense Secretary has spoken to his Israeli counterpart, Yoav Gallant, amidst missile attacks on Israel. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has released a statement on Iran's missile strikes against Israel. Austin has said that the U.S. fulfilled its commitment to partner with Israel in its defense. The statement went on to warn Iran and say that we will never hesitate to protect our forces and interest in the Middle East. Geeta continues to be with us. Geeta, a reaffirmation from the U.S. that they are strongly backing Israel, though initially, of course, the indication from the U.S. was that escalation and aggression is not what they would prefer. It's not the first option, really, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. They were talking about ceasefire, although they have continued. The support for Israel from the United States of America has never stopped. It continues unabated, but yes, there was a very strong call for ceasefire, and that there were a lot of questions that were being asked about Netanyahu and how he's taking the war and expanding it to various other parts of West Asia. The Arab world very concerned, strategic partners of the United States of America pushing DC to ensure that Israel contains its war strategy. But that was not to happen. Everything changed once Israel got Hassan Nasrallah, and the Hezbollah was absolutely destroyed. And then we have Iran coming into the fray. Once Iran is in the picture, the focus and the strategic focus of America completely shifts over here. The agenda has shifted. America has now come out and completely said that they're going to back the Israeli forces, the Israeli government, irrespective of what really happens. So they are actually coming out and strongly backing their Israeli counterpart, because now the geopolitics of the region has changed with Iran in the fray. Till the time Iran was not directly involved in using proxies, there was plausible deniability, but now with Iran having attacked with the whole notion of the idea to defend herself, but nonetheless an attack on a military bases that were housing American jets, Mossad headquarters. It just seems like this is going to blow up right now. The Americans have completely sided with Israel also. Sneha, we've been reporting on this on India Today Global as well, on how Netanyahu's popularity has increased manifold. We had seen his popularity drop with the October 7th attacks, humiliation for the intelligence, the Israeli intelligence community, of which he's a part of or was a part of. And then we've seen how systematically he has ensured that there's a strategy in place to take out not just the Hamas, but all the others to stabilize the country. But is it a stabilizing factor, or is it further going to destabilize or something? We'll have to see. But in the meanwhile, we are seeing adversaries, we are seeing opposition, we are seeing those who had left, the allies who had left the government or had distanced themselves from Netanyahu, all now coming together and rallying behind Netanyahu. So yes, the Americans are looking at what's happening on the ground. The Americans are looking at how Netanyahu has become a very strong figure. And with now Iran in the fray, there is no other option for the US but to come out openly and outrightly support Israel.
All right. Geeta, be with us. Just coming back to you in a moment from now as we continue to keep our eyes firmly on those developments and look now at how world leaders are reacting to the latest escalation.
Of course, Israel has the right to defend itself, as any nation does. In terms of what Israel's response will be, of course, there must be consequences for Iran for this attack. We've made clear that there must be consequences. I'm not going to get into what those consequences are today, but there are things on which we will be coordinating with our Israeli counterparts. And I think in the immediate aftermath of this attack, we are going to coordinate with them on what any response might be. I think it's important that we are able to defeat this attack through successful work with Israel and with our partners, and we will work with them on what a response might look like, but I'm not at the position just 2.5 hours after this event occurred to offer what that might look like today.